It's 2022 and I had a health goal, which was to, get more fit or whatever. So I bought an Apple Watch. I grabbed this band that I thought looked cool, and the guy at the store did not tell me that it was a Unity band. It's an Afrofuturism Black History Month Apple cash grab. I would imagine people on the right roll their eyes at the performative activism of the Unity band, just like people on the left roll their eyes at the performative activism of the Unity band. And I might even friggin' return the thing. It's mostly black and it has Pan-African colors in it, which I don't necessarily feel like I have a right to wear. But I wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. Mostly this. When I want, at the end of the night, I can just take it off. Just be done with that. So this is just a quick reminder to my fellow 8.5 by 11 colored people. One of the hallmarks of white privilege is that we get to choose whether or not and how much we feel the pain of the tragedies around us. That's not a theory. Jennifer Eberhardt is a psychologist, a black woman at Stanford University who studies, among other things, police killings and the perception of threat. She is a bona fide expert in everything that has been happening with the police recently. But I wanted to open to page 70 for a second. Public health experts have been studying the effects of publicly witnessing violence towards Black Americans on our newsfeed. If you've been following the news, you know that Amir Locke was killed 4 days ago by police, the same police that killed George Floyd in Minneapolis. It isn't just a theory that we can choose to care or choose not to care. White people in America do not experience a mental health change as a result of witnessing a police killing of a black person. But researchers found, quote, Black respondents reported feeling more depressed and stressed up to 3 months after the incident occurred. So for my fellow white Americans, just so that you are aware, there are people who are experiencing trauma that you get to just scroll past. Which brings me back to the Afrofuturism. After the release of Black Panther, the movie, many people wrote publicly about the impact of that film. One writer named Film Crit Hulk wrote about Wakanda as a metaphor. Wakanda represents what Africa could have been if it were not for colonial interference. The biased perception is that Africa as a continent is somehow culturally inferior. Wakanda represents that is not the case. Had its resources not been stolen, had its people not been stolen, it could have developed into something resembling a global superpower. And that's the tragedy of it. We don't know what would have happened. We don't know what that life could have been. Just like we don't know what Amir Locke's life could have been.